All right, everybody, welcome this morning. Your Bulls are going to be taking on the Atlanta Center Ice at the Center Ice Arena. Oops, the wrong one. Sorry about that. Oh, there it is. Ice. Graphics packages are messing up a little bit here. So, boys will be coming out off of this was a 12-0 win against the Warriors last night. Warriors were short several players, and we kind of put it on them. But you know, it happens when your bench is that short. So we'll be examining the ice here, getting ready to go. Boys are pretty pumped up this morning. Saw a bunch of them at breakfast, and they seemed like they were focused, ready to get to it, and ready to have a good time. So appreciate you guys that are watching this morning. Go ahead and give a shout out to our coaches, Coach Philip Allen, head coach, Coach Josh Uptain, and Coach Chris Arns. Appreciate all you guys do for our kids, our program. And while we're at it, and since I haven't fixed the text yet, go ahead and pan up here. Give a big shout out to our sponsors, Baker Camp Arnold Capital Management and Mass Mutual. Appreciate you guys and your support of our program. Tyler, how's it going, man?
It's good. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Welcome back, Bulls fans. Shout out to my wife and daughter Carlisle, who had to drive home last night. Unfortunately, they can't join us today, but I think they're watching live this morning.
That's some dedication. Drive over here and drive back
That's right.
in the middle of the night.
Molly, you want to say hey to Mommy and Carlisle? No?
No. So, boys were working hard last night against the Warriors. Some very good passing, some very good plays set up. Hoping some of that continues this morning. Center Ice is going to be a much tougher opponent. We wound up beating them in the leveling tournament 2-1. I believe it was a 2-1 score. I know we beat them, and the boys went nuts because I believe the single A team last year we had a double A and a single A team. The single A team played them several times last year in league play and never once got the upper hand on them. So a lot of our boys that returned from the single A team last year were just ecstatic that we beat them in the leveling tournament. So we'll see how they respond today.
Yeah, Justin, we got some unfortunate news this morning about one of the poor Warrior players. Went down yesterday during our game, and unfortunately he broke his arm.
Oh no.
Had a displaced fracture, so prayers for him and his family. We did see him this morning. He's got a cast on his arm and seems to be in about as good a spirits as you can at the beginning of a hockey season when you break your arm, and pretty much out for the next 5 or 6 weeks.
Now you know all about that, don't you?
Unfortunately, I do. So yeah, he at least walked in with a smile cheering his team on this morning. So
that's great. I know our boys were up here cheering on the Warriors this morning while they were playing the Mad Hatters. So hope the best for their team. Hope they get their players they're missing back sometime soon.
Well, Mad Hatters ended up winning that game 8-0 this morning.
I believe the Phoenix played Center Ice first thing this morning. That's the game I saw when I came in. And I want to say the Phoenix beat them 5-2.
Wow. So during warm-ups this morning, everybody was full of energy, ready to go, looking excited.
Good deal. Yeah, I saw a bunch of them at breakfast. They seemed like they were well rested. So at least we didn't have the O Dark 30 game this morning.
That's right. This is a decent start time for a bunch of 10-year-olds. They had enough time to kind of wake up, shake the fuzzy off, and get some breakfast, and we've been getting here about an hour before games, so they were able to do a quick warm-up and get dressed. They should be awake enough.
Elijah's grandma says hi. Hi, Elijah's grandma. I'm getting a weird look from my wife. I don't know what's going on. She's looking at me funny.
So we have some of the best fans in the world, and they have started their greeting cheer line for the boys again with the cowbells. So if you hear some cowbells in the background, that just means we're getting close to game time.
I'm digging the cowbells.
I do. I love it. I love it.
My wife does not, but I'm digging the cowbells. And there they are.
Here comes Coach Philip Allen.
Looks like we're going to be on the guest side, maybe. Oh, no, maybe we're on the home side. Can't tell where he's going. There's the Let's Go Bulls chant.
Looks like we're headed to the home side. Big round of applause for our referees.
Cheering the referees on. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we'll have Elijah Cole in net again this morning.
Well, he is leading the team out in his goalie gear.
All right, then.
Followed by Hayes, Easton, Ethan, Henry, Graham, Caleb, Tab, Will Federley, Parker, Nate Key, and Gus Federley, Keegan Brennan, Remy Uptain, followed by Coach Josh Uptain. Bulls back in their white jerseys.
Yeah, that could get confusing. Both teams are red, white, and blue.
Right. Center ice and all red with their blue shells and red socks.
So spotlight from yesterday, Ethan Buck coming up with 5 goals in that second game. Just huge effort out of Ethan.
I'm not sure you could wipe the smile off his face still this morning. So.
Right. He deserved it. He deserved it. But I was saying before, we had a lot of good, a lot of good effort out of all the kids yesterday. Both games resulted in some great plays. Seems like everybody got to touch the puck and get involved in a goal. I don't think we were lacking on calling anybody's name yesterday.
No, it was a free-for-all during that second game. If you wanted to score, all you had to do is take it to the net and shoot it. And rewatching that game last night, you just had to feel a little bit for the goalie.
Yeah, there was one goal in particular where I just kind of saw his spirits fall, and it was, well, Hayes got that backhander, and he thought he had sealed the pipe, and he looked behind himself, and he goes, oh, and you kind of see his shoulders fell. So, you know, feel for that kid.
You hate to see that. We heard a couple of rumors about the Warriors. I'm not sure which one is actually true, but we heard 4 of their guys went to play another tournament this weekend, and that's why they were shorthanded. We heard that all of their guys went to play in another tournament this weekend, and this is their developmental team. So not sure which one is true or if either of them are true, but I doubt that that's the same Warriors team we'll see in our next league play. But moving on to center ice today. So 15 seconds left on this warm-up. And then we'll get this game started. Elijah will head to his place between the pipes. Looks like Henry Arns will come out to take the face-off. Ethan Buck over on his right wing. Gus Federley over at left wing. Hayes Hallman and Easton Del Bosco shoring up the defense.
All right, puck is dropped. Center ice pushes it forward, but Hayes sends it right back at him. Center ice gets possession, but Easton there to right there to break up the play.
Now Henry takes over, sends it into the corner for Hayes. Hayes takes it around his own goal, works it back up the board. Bounces off the board, works over to Henry. Henry's got it, taking it through the neutral zone. Looking to center a pass for Ethan. Center ice does a good job of cutting that off. Henry does a good job of stick lifting there in the neutral zone. Hayes right on him though. They work around Hayes and Elijah puts that one in his gut. Bounces out for Hayes. Hayes sends it back around the corner. Ethan tries to block that one up. Henry Arns now taking behind his own net. Sends it up the wall and able to get it out of the zone. Ethan now loses his stick, trying to poke that one away. Graham Pugh steps in, steals the puck away right there in the neutral zone, dumps it in, and we're going to have an icing. So Graham coming straight in off the bench, immediately steals it away. I think he thought he was a little bit farther up into the neutral zone.
Yeah.
I think he thought he was dumping that into the offensive zone, but
I saw the referee make the kind of the save wave off motion at first, and then he threw his hand up. So
Graham takes the face off. He's got Will Federley over to his left. Nate Keith is right. Sorry, switch that, reverse it. Remy Uptain and Parker Allen. Gus tries to get it out of the zone. Remy comes in to help out. Puck works over. Nate Key's going to take it behind his own goal. Sends it up and over the board to Graham. Graham able to clear it out. Center ice. With a great pass across the ice. Nate Key trying to get a good possession of the puck. Finally able to get it out. Graham Pugh comes in, sends a pass over to Gus. Nate comes in, steals it away, is in the offensive zone. Remy now waiting for everybody to get back on sides, but Nate was not on sides. I don't think Remy saw Nate still lagging back there.
I don't think Nate realized he had to get back.
I don't think so either. He didn't look like he was rushing that way. So Caleb Duro now taking the face off. Gets back to Hayes Hallman. Hayes dumps it deep into the offensive zone. Tegan Brennan over on the right wing, Tab Baker on the left. Easton Del Bosco now takes a shot from the deep position. Off a couple of sticks. Tegan battling in the near side corner, centers a shot for Tab. Good look there. Tab now centers one, nobody home. Tab works it into the corner. Tegan now centers another pass, but again, nobody there for the Bulls. And center ice able to clear it out. Easton Del Bosco will be the first one there. Pops it back up into the neutral zone. Easton continuing to battle until Caleb can get in there and help out. Center ice able to move it through the neutral zone. Hayes clears it back out. Keegan trying to poke that one away. Hayes sends a pass up, but it's on net. So we won't have an icing, and they stop it. Hayes charging hard into the offensive zone. Henry Arms gets back on the ice and immediately jumps into the defensive position. Hayes now just got beat for that puck. They take a shot, and Elijah covers it up. Great job there by Elijah. Nice save. Hayes just couldn't quite get possession of the puck, and number 12 for the center ice.
That kid's good. He's
That's
a D-man,
one,
and
yeah.
he will skate up in a heartbeat, and he's fast and he's physical.
So Graham takes the face off. Remy and Parker back in on deep. Nate and Gus back out as wingers. Great job there by Nate, getting it out of the zone. And we're going to have an offsides on center ice. So Graham will skate off, and Henry Arms will come back out. Nate skates off, and Ethan Buck will come out. Ethan on the right, Gus on the left. Face off, won by the Bulls. Parker sends it up into the neutral zone. Center ice works it right back in. Remy pokes that one away. Sends it behind his own goal, trying to get it over to Ethan. The puck just kind of died along the wall, didn't quite make it to Ethan, so they get a shot off. A lot of traffic there from Elijah. They're able to just get a weird looking, not much of a even shot, just kind of trickled in.
I'm not even so sure that wasn't an own goal.
Yeah.
I think one of our players put a stick on it.
So here with 7:45 left in the first period, score of 1-0 center ice. Henry Arms will stay out of center. Gus at left wing, Ethan at right. Remy and Parker stay in on D. Henry Arms pushes forward, but poked away by center ice. Now center ice working in. Parker pokes that one away, does a good job of lifting that stick, giving Remy an opportunity to come in, take it away. Remy sends it up the board, but cut off by center ice. Parker now tries to send it out, and Gus finishes the job. Now Henry Arms has an opportunity with a little bit of a breakaway, works around one, works around two, he's trying to get a shot off, and couldn't quite get a stick free to take a shot. Hayes and Easton come in on defense. Center ice now working across the neutral zone. Hayes steps up, pops it back out of the zone, gets it over to Ethan. We're going to have an icing on center ice. Hayes got stuck with his stick over on his left side, couldn't quite get it over to the right to make a play out of that. So we'll head down to the offensive zone for a face-off. Caleb Duro taking it with Tab on the left, Keegan on the right. Hayes and Easton still in on D. Hayes takes a defensive shot. Caleb now going into the corner along with Keegan. Puck comes out with center ice in possession. They send a cross ice pass. It's intercepted by Easton Del Bosco. Easton takes it along the wall, tries to dump it up. They get another shot off. Hayes sweeps that one away. Hayes now works it up the wall, trying to get it out. Hayes pokes that one away. They get another shot on Elijah. Elijah snags that one out of the air and covers. So Bulls will make a full line change. Henry, Ethan, and Gus back out skating forward. Remy and Parker back in on D. Right off the face-off, center ice takes a shot. Remy sweeps that one away. Remy now working along the near side board. Parker in the corner, sends one back up towards Ethan. Parker again is going to work it behind his own goal. Center ice right there. He doesn't get enough on it. They try to backhand one in. Center ice now with another shot. Bouncing in front of Elijah. Henry doing a good job of getting that puck back out into the borders. Puck works over to Gus. Gus with a backhand over to Ethan. Ethan with a breakaway. Takes a shot. Bounces off the goalie's leg pads. Center ice now working back through the zone. Henry centers one for Ethan.
Oh, that was almost pretty right there.
Ethan now, just levels a guy.
No whistle.
No whistle. Center ice now working in. Remy Upstain, the only man back. Remy takes a stab at it. Misses it. Elijah Cole. Elijah comes out to challenge. Great challenge here by Elijah. Gives his guys time to back check. Henry Arns lays a guy out right at the wall.
Getting a little chippy out there.
Yeah, Parker Allen sends one up and out. And we have waved off icing, so center ice works it all the way back into the defensive zone, takes it around the backside of the net. We're going to have a line change by both teams. Hayes now in good position on defense along with Easton.
We've only got 4 kids out there.
And pop it out. Yeah, we only had 4 kids. We were missing Nate. So Easton and Hayes back in on defense. Graham at center. Will Federley and Nate Keith flanking the sides. Face off won by Graham Pugh. Nate Keith looks it up the wall. Nate again sends it up and out. Gets it over to Gus. Gus with a little bit of a breakaway. Gets it over to Graham, who is skating like a madman into the zone. Graham flips one off his backhand towards the goal. Graham again looking to find somebody to center it to. Will was there. Easton steps up, challenges that. The center ice are now on a breakaway. Hayes the only one back. Everybody back checking. Hayes has 2-on-1. Hayes puts a stick on it. Elijah with the final save, and it pops out back on Hayes' stick. Bull's able to move it out of the zone. Center ice now working back in. Nate challenging. Will comes in to help out. And Graham sends it out of the zone.
One thing I've noticed, center ice is keeping a defenseman cheated way back, right around the red line, trying to stop a breakaway.
The puck just bouncing free in front of our own goal. Hayes ends up poking it out. Graham waiting for opportunity to dump it in. He dumps it in, gives the Bulls an opportunity to make a line change. Caleb Duro comes in along with Parker and Remy. Will and Nate stayed out. Sorry, now the line change is complete. Easton just skated off. Parker came out. Now center ice, charging hard. Parker and Remy in good defensive position. Remy pokes that one away. Tab now sends a cross ice pass over to Caleb. Caleb and Keegan both skating right next to each other and unfortunately lost possession. Another shot on Elijah. Elijah doesn't really know where it is, but great stop there. He lost it there for a second, but in great position to make the stop. So Hayes and Easton back in on defense. Keegan on the right, Caleb at center, Tab to the left. Face off won by the Bulls, gets over to Keegan. Keegan able to work it out of the zone. Tab charging hard through the neutral zone. Tab with a poke check there. Able to get it over to Caleb. Caleb tries to center one for Keegan. Keegan tries to work it in. Tab standing right there at the goalie's back door. Great job there by Tab, being in good position. Tab holding his guy against the wall, waiting for some help. Easton steps up, flips one over towards Tab. Gets on Keegan's stick. Keegan trying to work through a lot of traffic. Keegan now along the near wall. tries to send one over. Hayes steps up, tries to send it back into the offensive zone, but center ice able to clear it out. Hayes will grab it at center ice and flip it back in. They've waved off icing. Henry Arms comes in at center along with Ethan Buck and Gus Federley. Hayes now skates up as Ethan went down. Hayes and Ethan continue to collide over there. Ethan battling along the wall. Center ice, charging hard. Great poke check there by Gus. Just to disrupt the flow of center ice as they were trying to charge in. Hayes sends it over to Henry Arns. Henry flips it along the wall. We're going to have icing. So we'll head down to the Bulls defensive zone for this face-off.
39.3 seconds on this first period clock.
Remy and Parker back in on D. Henry takes the face-off, pushes forward. Immediately tries to get it out of the zone, but they're unable to clear it. Parker will now take it into the corner. Just skates over the top of it, able to come back and grab it. 2-on-1 right in front of the net. Remy left it hanging. We just couldn't put a stick on puck on that possession, and Elijah Cole really unable to see it. So with 21 seconds left here in the first, center ice goes up 2-0. Graham Pugh will take the center. Nate to his right. Will to his left. Ralph to face off. Bulls get a shot on goal. Remy flips one towards the net. Parker now waits for everybody to get back on sides and flips it in. And we will have the end of the first period.
It's a tough hole they're going to have to climb out of on this one.
Yep, this is center ice has gotten 2 goals on really our mishaps.
Well, I could say one thing about this team. They're physical, but they're very, very disciplined. You see them, sitting back, waiting for the right opportunities. They're not getting flustered.
Yeah, both goals on us just weren't anything special. Just traffic in front of the net. Defense unable to put a stick on puck and clear it out. So we'll start the second period, see if the Bulls can put a little bit more pressure on them and do a better job of clearing that puck out of in front of Elijah.
Still a lot of hockey left to play.
24 minutes to be exact. So Elijah will switch sides. Graham Pugh coming out to take the face off. Nate Key on his left. Will Federley on his right. Hayes and Easton back in on D. Easton pops that one away, waiting for Nate to get on sides and gets it poked away. Nate had no clue that he was off sides. Hayes sends that one up, gets it over to Will, who sends it to Graham. Graham on a fast break. He's got a guy right behind him. He takes a shot and off the post. Nate now tries to center one. Center ice do a good job of cutting that off. Hayes now looks cross ice to Easton. Great cross ice pass there. Easton able to dump it back in, and Graham sends it on deeper into the offensive zone. Great look there by all three of those guys.
We've got an interference on whom? 30. 30 from center ice.
So
yes.
The Bulls on their first power play. Out here for the power play for 1 minute power play. We will have Henry, Keegan, Ethan, and Remy and Parker. Oh, Henry takes a shot off the goalie's face mask. Remy steps up and tries a poke check. The guy works around him. And center ice gets a short-handed goal. Remy poked, and as soon as he poked, that guy just took the puck right around him. Parker was single man back there. As hard as Henry was back checking.
Elijah was throwing up his hands at the ref because that guy basically skated across his legs, and he probably had a case for it, but they didn't get called, so it is what it is.
So 41 seconds left on the Bull power play. Hayes and Easton come back in on defense. Ethan takes a shot. Goalie knocks that one off his chest guard.
It was nice of the ref to set up a pick there for center ice.
Right. Bulls unable to keep it in their offensive zone. Hayes will skate over. He's working it up. Gets it up there for Ethan. Ethan with a nice job knocking that down. Centers another one right off the goalie's leg pad. Henry Arns will come into the corner. And the center ice are waving off icing. It touched a couple of feet coming through. So Hayes will go back. Takes it behind his own net. Sends one up the wall looking for Ethan. Ethan didn't know it was coming. Hayes now skates up. He's waiting for Ethan to get back on sides and dumps it in.
That was not offsides. Ethan had totally jumped across the blue line.
That was definitely not offsides. But that is the call. So 9:57 left here in the second period. Score leading up in center ice.
Somebody slid the ref 20 this morning, I see.
Bulls will head out to take this face-off in the neutral zone. Taking the face-off is Caleb Duro. Tab Baker on his left, Keegan on his right, Remy and Parker in on D.
That was definitely offsides.
Another offsides.
Tab knew it too. He was trying to get back. He couldn't quite get a hedge on it.
So Bulls get the face off, get it back to Remy. Remy flips one up. Center ice tries to grab it, but now it's dangling around the neutral zone. Center ice able to work it on in. Caleb will get called for a tripping.
Trip.
We'll see did a little bit too much reaching. So now Graham will head out along with Nate Key. Defense will switch out for this penalty kill. Hayes and Easton coming in. So a little one-man advantage here for center ice. They were able to score on the shorthanded goal. Maybe the Bulls can do it too. Nate Key with a great pass over to Graham Pugh. Graham hustling back into the corner. Checking up, centers one for Nate. Nate puts one on goal. Nate looking to center one for Graham. Oh, loses his footing as he tries to send that pass over. Hayes skates up from the blue line, gets knocked in. Knocked down coming in. Bulls unable to keep it in their zone. Easton doing a good job of staying at home. Easton now flips it up back into the offensive zone. Graham will charge into the corner. Henry now comes in. Hayes, barely able to keep it in, but he does. The puck dies on the blue line. Hayes sends it back in. Center ice now, works it around their own net. Henry Arns steals it away. Centers one for Hayes. Hayes takes another shot. Center ice blocked that up. And now Hayes loses a stick. Has a holding back there. Hayes was looking for the holding call, didn't get it. Henry now doing some magic over in the corner, sends it out. He flips it up to Hayes, who is still on the other side of the ice, and we have an offsides.
He was like 2 strides too soon for that pass.
Yep. But
he could taste it.
Henry with a great job there, jumping back on defense after realizing his defenseman got held up, and then seeing his defenseman up there trying to get it up to pass it to him. Good look on both counts. So great job there by Henry Arns. Henry will stay out and take the face-off. Ethan over on his left. Graham on his right. Parker and Remy in on defense, and right off the face-off, there's a shot on goal, and Elijah covers it up. So Bulls trying to buy some offense here. Works around to Parker. Parker sends it around the goal. He's going to flip it up, trying to find Graham. Parker now is going to skate it forward. We got a center ice guy down, and we have a tripping on Graham.
Yeah, I mean, the stick was stuck in the in his skate. They're going to call that one every time.
So Bulls headed back out on another penalty kill. Graham will skate off, but everybody else stays the same. Henry takes a face off and is won by center ice. Center ice tries to get a shot off, but it's wide of the goal. Elijah will cover, so we'll take another face off over here on the other side. .49 seconds left on this penalty kill. Henry pushes forward off the face-off, flips it up, trying to get it out of the zone. Center ice keeps it in. Henry with a great poke check, gets it over to Ethan. Ethan now dumps it into the offensive zone. He's got to charge hard into it, though, to keep it in. Oh, Remy flips it in and gets an offsides. Henry had fallen trying to get back on, and Remy just flipped it back in. So Bulls will make a full line change with 31 seconds left. Caleb Duro, Keegan Brennan, Hayes, and Easton. Center ice working it through the neutral zone. Try to flip it up. Caleb cuts that pass off. Easton pokes that one away. Keegan gets in, tries to poke that up. And we're going to get another call for something.
Keegan, they call it Keegan for a hook.
Yeah, he almost hooked over here on that near side, and then that time does get the call. So 1 second left on the penalty. Keegan will now head to the box. Graham is about to be able to get out. Henry Arns will come in. So it's Henry, Hayes, and Easton for 1 second, and then I would assume Graham will come into the game and work the rest of this penalty kill from Keegan. Henry goes down hard into the boards. Easton, great job there clearing it out. Henry goes down again, just getting tripped up. Graham does come in right off the penalty. Oh, and Hayes comes in, tries to poke it away. Gets in good defensive position. I don't know how he got there. He had to back check hard. Graham goes down against the wall. Henry now works it behind his own goal. He's got Hayes skated up. Hayes checks up. Henry works it over to Graham, just off Graham's stick. And we're going to have an offsides. The center ice sent it out, and Henry tried to keep it in and hold up, but Graham was too far over. So 13 seconds left on Keegan's penalty. We'll have Caleb, Graham, Remy, and Parker. Face off one back towards Parker. Parker dumps it into the offensive zone. Graham's going to charge in. He knocks it away, but not able to keep it on his stick. Center ice works it out. Remy tries to work it in. Keegan now out of the box. Keegan trying to push it up into the offensive zone. Oh, Caleb hits the wall hard on his own accord. Parker now trying to keep from them getting a shot off. They do take a shot. It's just wide. Looks like Keegan and Caleb against the wall. Remy finally gets it out. Graham trying to get it. Graham trying to dump it into the zone, and does. But center ice, once it's in their defensive zone, center ice has all day. We're just not charging hard into the zone anymore.
Yeah, it's like the boys have gone a little flat.
Yep.
Like, the 3-point deficit is not too much to overcome.
Especially not with so much time left. 17 minutes left in the game. Parker now takes it behind his own goal. Gets it over to Keegan. Keegan tries to flip it up the wall, but not enough on it. And puck goes up and over into the center ice bench. So we will come back down into the Bulls defensive zone for a faceoff. Bulls now at full strength. Looks like it'll be Gus, Henry, Ethan, Easton, and Hayes. Henry with an opportunity here. Knocks that one away. Henry's got a one-on-one. Takes a shot. Gus come to clean up the change, and Gus cleans up the loose change and puts one in between the goalie's legs. So a 5-hole shot for Gus. Great job there by Henry making something happen. And Gus charging the net, being ready for a loose puck. So Bulls now 3-1. Maybe that's the spark we needed just to get things going.
Way to not give up on the play, though.
Caleb will take the face off. He's got Tab and Keegan. Defense stays the same. Keegan comes in hard. Pokes that one away from center ice. Looking for Tab to center. Easton now skating hard, hanging with number 11. Hayes in good position. Caleb does a great job of back checking. Number 11 does get a shot off, but just wide. Keegan goes down head first into the wall. Hayes trying to get it out of there. Caleb able to clear it out a little bit. Caleb still battling. Easton now steps up, pokes that one away. Keegan works it along the wall. He's got Caleb over to his left. 2 center ice guys, though. Keegan takes it into the zone. Center ice intercepts. Easton steps up, tries to keep that one in. Center ice doing everything they can to get it out. Easton will not let that happen. Tab comes over, does a good job of pinning his guy against the wall, helping out. Caleb still battling. Easton trying to get it out. Tab dumps it deeper into the offensive zone. Center ice tries to center something. Keegan able to get a shot off. Tab putting his body into another guy right here along the wall. Tab goes down.
I don't think big number 11's been used to being muscled around like that.
I don't think so either. He didn't like that. Puck finally cleared out. Hayes and Easton in good defensive position. Great job by both those defensemen pushing him to the outside. Hayes now continues to battle, not letting him get a stick off. Bulls going down there at center ice. Easton now cuts that pass off. Graham back in on offense. Center ice gets a shot off, bounces off of Hayes and off of Elijah. Hayes now takes it, sends it up the boards, trying to clear it out. Center ice able to keep it in. Easton will be the first one there behind the goal. Center ice just dumped it back into their offensive zone. Easton looking to send it up to Graham, able to get it out. Easton now dumps it back up, looking for Graham. Graham along the boards. Center ice has a D-man way back. Oh, and Nate lost his footing, trying to keep it in. Number 11 still charging hard. Parker now comes in, sends it up and out. Great job there by Parker on the line change. And Remy both. Graham Pugh now with a breakaway. He's got guys on either side. Everybody's crashing the net. He's got Will Federley in the corner. Parker snags it at the blue line, tries to send it up. Pass cut off by center ice. And they were able to clear the zone. Center ice now working. They only have Remy back. Will's back checking. Will catches up just in time to keep that shot from coming off. Great job there by Will to back check, and now Parker sends one over to Henry Arns with some fresh legs coming in off the bench. Henry takes a shot. Oh, and we almost get another Federally score. Henry goes down hard in the corner.
Henry's holding his head.
Henry went down hard in the corner over here. And one of the Federleys almost picked up that loose change from Henry's shot.
All right, Henry's up. Good
Henry's
show of
up,
sportsmanship
skating
there
off.
from the goalie for center ice, giving him a high five.
So Coach Chris doesn't fall working his way back over. You don't see Chris run over very often.
Not very often.
And now we have another player down in the other corner. I didn't even realize Nate Key was down.
Is that Nate or Remy? That's Nate.
That looks like Nate.
He's
He was down
been
on the
a
other
little
side.
ginger on one of those feet.
He is a little ginger. So Bulls putting a lot of pressure in on that one, and hopefully didn't cost us with 2 players hurt. So Graham will come back out at center. Ethan at left wing. Keegan over at right. Hayes and Easton back in on D. Face off, push back over towards Easton. Easton sends it over to Ethan. Center ice now with a cross ice pass.
That's
It'll go
icing.
all the way back over, and we should have an icing. Yep.
We've created some good opportunities, but we just haven't quite been able to seal the deal on all of them. The hustle, though, is great, you know, charging the net and everything, but got to get points on the board.
And Henry's back up waiting at the door, so looks like he's okay. And Nate's still sitting down, and the Bulls score. I didn't even see who.
I didn't see who. I think that Hayes. It was Hayes.
Hayes shot that one. Nice shot, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that one.
I think a couple of the center ice players got sticks up on it and deflected in an own goal, but Hayes, I think, launched the initial shot.
Great
Either
job
that
there.
or Easton. I don't know. Easton might be pointing at himself. I can't tell who it was.
Great job there by the Bulls putting one in. I was looking over there at our injured players, and right off the face-off, we score. So Henry Arns back in, Tab Baker and Caleb Duro in. Center ice takes a shot. Easton was laying on the puck for just a second until Henry got over there and able to send it up and out. We should have an icing here, though. Oh, nope, no icing because the
Waved
puck
off.
died. Caleb charges hard into the offensive zone. Center ice tries to work it up and out, and they do. Hayes will take it into the neutral zone. Popped up for Caleb. Caleb works it into the offensive zone. He centers one, looking for Henry. Easton now steps up along the near side wall. Hayes is the only defenseman back. He's going to skate backwards. And we have the end of second period. Bulls doing everything they could there in that period to come back. The first half, until about 7 minutes left in that period, I was starting to think that we were slumping shoulders and giving up, but Bulls have decided to rally, and we now have a score of 3-2.
We've got to keep those long shots coming. I think the junk goals are going to be what makes this one. Coach Allen's pumping them up down there, giving a good pep talk.
I'm just glad to see both Nate and Henry back up on their feet,
Absolutely.
ready to play.
Third period.
It looks like Henry will head out here along with Ethan and Gus, Hayes and Easton. Take that back. Gus will head back in. Keegan comes out at right wing. So face off one by center ice. Center ice immediately puts it into our offensive zone. Hayes is back. Nice cross ice pass there by center ice, but he just whiffs on the shot. And we have a tripping on number 11, center ice.
I think
Actually,
that's on Ethan.
Never mind, that's on Ethan.
Yeah, reached that stick a little too far.
Ethan fell on top, so I just assumed it was center ice's trip. But so the Bulls will be on a penalty kill here in our own offensive zone. Henry wins the faceoff, sends it back to Easton. Easton flips it up along the wall. They get a shot off. Hayes sends it up center ice. He's got Henry. Henry now working it on his stick. Works it into the offensive zone. He's only got one guy to beat. He takes a shot and up and over the goal. Center ice now working back. Easton and Hayes in pretty good defensive position. But they, oh my goodness, they leave one hanging. They did a good job of poke checking that one away, but then left it hanging right in front of Elijah for the center ice offense to come back and pick up the
I think that was a comedy of errors there. They looked like the two of them got tangled up with that first player, and Elijah managed to get himself tangled up in it too and pulled over to the left side, and nobody could recover. And good follow-up by center ice.
Graham wins the face-off, sends it back to Parker. Parker waits second, flips it up the wall. Graham going to send it a little bit deeper. Tries to get it over to, I think that's Will. Yep, Will Federley. Ends up with Nate Key. Nate tries to center one. Nate goes into the corner again, looking to center one, but center ice cuts off his pass. Remy and Parker. Good defensive position. Parker waits just long enough and pokes that one away and then sends it out. Good defensive positioning there by Parker Allen. Will's going to dump it in, trying to find the offensive zone. Graham waiting at the line. Parker now sends it, dumps it into the offensive zone. Cut off by Nate. Nate doing a good job of blocking that out. Parker now sends a cross ice pass to Remy. Remy waits until everybody gets on sides and dumps it back into the offensive zone. But center ice waiting on that, just ready to get it out.
It's like a bad game of air hockey.
It is. Oh, Parker sends a nice pass over to Graham.
He passed that one so hard it knocked Graham off his feet.
Graham fell, and now the Bulls able to dump it into the offensive zone. Center ice keeps possession. Caleb Duro skates in off the bench. Knocks that pass away. Parker now steps up, keeps it in the zone. Looks like Nate took a shot, but cut off by center ice. Nate and Caleb now battling against the wall. Center ice comes out with the puck. They're going to work it across the neutral zone. They just continue to work around our guys and get a shot off, and Elijah covers. I don't know how they work through both those guys, but they just, they've done it to us several times. It's like a slow and steady.
They're disciplined. They're very disciplined. They wait for the right moment and then make their moves.
They just kind of continue to work through our defensive guys. So Caleb takes the face off. Hayes knocks that one off the skate. Caleb now flips it up. Easton able to send that out of the zone. Tab comes in to poke that one away, but they get an offsides.
At all. All five of their guys were almost to the red line.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but
it's a makeup call for the offsides they called on us earlier, I guess.
I guess.
So face-off won by the Bulls. Easton flips it up the wall to Tab. Tab with a pass across the center. Cut off by center ice. Center ice now working in. They take a big defensive shot up and over the goal. Caleb trying to work it along the boards. Easton now flips it up and over, and they're able to clear it out. Nice job there by Easton to lift that puck and get it out of the zone. Center ice now working it up. Easton sends it over to Keegan. Tab waiting at the blue line along with Caleb. And Keegan flips it across ice and into the corner. Keegan now looking for somebody to center it to. He's got Caleb and Tab both in the same place. Hayes steps up, takes a shot deflected off of center ice. Hayes now skated up. He's going to work it through the center. Pass gets cut off, so now everybody's got a back check. Center ice gave him plenty of time to get back. So Hayes will now challenge that against the boards. And they're able to dump it out, and they were able to clear it, so we do have an offsides.
Oh, the video froze. Son of a...
So we apologize if you're at home. Sounds like we're having a little technical difficulties. So Graham takes a face-off. Ethan, Remy, Parker, and Henry all out on the ice with him. Remy skates this one through the corner. Continue to try to work it up the board. Loses a handle on it. Remy now continuing to work in the corner. Gets it over to Graham. Graham now working up the center. Remy sweeps that one out. Gets it over to Henry. Henry's going to work along the far side wall. Flips it over to Ethan. Pass just off the end of his stick. Center ice now. Charging back into the Bulls' offensive zone or defensive zone. Graham pokes that one away. Remy now in the corner is going to take it behind his own goal. Flips it along the wall. Center ice sends it back to their defensive guy. And Graham's going to clear it out. But it is close to on net. We will have an icing though.
Yeah, sorry about the video, y'all. Not sure what happened there.
Caleb at center, Keegan on right wing. Gus at left, Hayes and Easton in on D. Puck will work over to Hayes. Hayes sees a little bit of a clear shot, works it up one side of the wall. Keegan drops back into that defensive position. Easton flips it way up and over and into the offensive zone. And
no icing. Okay.
No icing. So Caleb charges into the corner. Center ice able to quickly work it back out though. Hayes pokes that one away with the help of Easton. Hayes flips it up along the wall, hits the ref, and center ice able to get a center pass off. Nobody home for him. So Keegan now flips it along the board. Center ice pokes it out. Hayes will take it in the corner. Looks up, sends this up to Keegan. Keegan just backhands it, trying to get it out. Keegan again. A little help from Caleb. Caleb sends it right into Keegan's chest. And Bulls finally able to work it into the neutral zone. Hayes now with a little bit of open ice. He's going to skate it up. He's got some room. Easton will stay back. Hayes working along the near side or far side. Works it back to Easton. Easton, able to keep it in. He sends a cross ice pass over to Keegan. Keegan takes a bouncing shot towards the goal.
It was actually a really nice play.
It was actually a good play. Couldn't have drawn it up if we tried.
No.
So battling there in the corner is Caleb. Keegan comes in to help out. Keegan with a nice stick lift. If he can just keep it in, he loses it at his skates. He lost it at his feet. But Caleb now takes it. Caleb takes a shot wide of the goal. We have a delayed penalty, it looks like.
Tripping. No, he's called it on number 4 from center ice.
So Bulls on a power play We need 2 goals.
4:44 left to play.
4:44 left in this game, and we're down by 2. So it's like Graham, Remy, Parker, Ethan, and Henry will be out. Henry's going to play the center position. Henry immediately pushes forward off the faceoff. Sends one back to Remy. Remy with a centering bouncing pass into the center. Henry with another pass back to Remy. Sends another one back out. Remy sends it back up to Henry, who's trying to work it around. Just can't quite get a shot up the middle there. Ethan knocks that one away, but center ice now charging hard. Graham skating with him. Oh, Graham with a nice use of his skate. Kicks that one off the stick of the center ice. Graham now with an opportunity. He's got Ethan and Henry on either side. He shoots that one forward for Ethan. Ethan's now going to take it into the offensive zone. Puts a shot on goal. But goalie does a good job of keeping that one out. So 8 seconds left on this power play. It'll be Tab, Hayes, Easton, Keegan, and I believe that's Caleb. Oh, so Keegan will play center. Tab cuts off that pass behind the goal. Easton steps up, pushes it over. Tab now tries to backhand one towards the middle. Keegan trying to get it on his stick. Center ice. Step up and take it. They send a nice pass over. Hayes is beat as of right this minute. They try to work it around. Great job challenging there by Elijah. Elijah sticks a stick out, challenges that, and just knocks it away. Hayes able to flip it up to Tab. Hayes now works into the offensive zone. Center ice now working back into the Bulls' offensive side or defensive side. Hayes right there with him the whole time, and Elijah able to swallow that one up.
I think we need a little less finesse, a little more of that brute strength.
Right.
I'm going to be honest. I think the finesse is what's slowing us down over there when we go to try to score.
So Graham will take this face off. Ethan now tries to work it forward. Remy sends it up, looking for Ethan and Graham. Graham knocks that one away. Ethan now sends it over to Graham. Graham with a nice cross-ice pass, looking for Henry Arns. Henry waiting for everybody to get on sides. He's got everybody on sides, sends a cross-ice to Ethan. Ethan takes it in. Ethan with a slap shot. Center ice, takes it behind their own net. Graham now steals it away. He's looking for Ethan to center it to.
Lots of nice block by that defender.
Lots of red and blue jerseys right there in front of him. Parker goes down as he makes his transition. The turn leaves Remy back by himself. They put it right in front of the goal. Great centering pass. Elijah with a good stop, and Henry sends one back over to Ethan. Ethan is just a little bit behind him. The passes are just a little bit behind, and center ice able to get the puck back. It looked like we were on a breakaway, and then just 2 bad passes in a row. A couple of shots there on Elijah. Elijah able to keep them out. 1:45 left on the official clock, and we have an offsides on center ice. What looked like we were about to break away and have a couple of guys on the other end. So Caleb took the face off. Henry Arns still out there. Caleb flips one up to Henry. Caleb able to keep it in, but finally able to clear it. Hayes sends one back in after everybody gets back on sides. Center ice trying to get it out. Henry knocks that one down. And Now we have a 3-on-1 advantage, basically. Keegan, good job of back checking along with Easton. So now Henry's got a 2-on-1 advantage. He's got Caleb right behind him. Henry working through the middle of the ice. Sends one in towards the net, and great stop there by center ice goalie.
That's another one Henry makes 9 times out of 10, too.
Yeah. Well, he had 2 guys squeezing him into the center. Not a lot of room to get that shot off, but so Graham will come out. He's got Tab on his left, Ethan to his right, Hayes and Easton.
Called a
And
timeout.
defensively.
Somebody called a timeout. Oh, we called the timeout. Okay.
So with 55.5 seconds left, it looks like we will have an empty goal.
Oh, okay. We pulled Elijah. Watch out.
So we will bring a 6-man out on the ice. Who will that 6-man be? Looks like Keegan Brennan. Looks like Tab will come off for Henry Arns. So a lot of offensive power out there. A lot of speed. Expect there to be a lot of pressure. Coach talking it over. I'm sure he's discussing with his defenseman how to handle the no goalie. Graham takes the face-off, sends it back to Easton. Easton takes a defensive shot. Graham tried to follow that up, and now we have a 1-on-1, 2-on-1 with an empty net, and Hayes knocks that one off his back. All the Bulls right in front of the net. They don't want to give up this empty netter. Bulls have to get it back into their zone. They flip one up center ice, looking for Graham and Henry. And we have an offsides. Keegan hit that on just as Graham and Henry were already over the blue line. 23.3 seconds left.
Great block by Hayes there to keep that empty netter from going in.
It was close.
Unbelievable effort there.
It was close. So Gus will take the face-off. Ethan, Will, Tab, Hayes, and Easton all out on the ice. Easton tries to keep that one from going in, and just wide of the goal. Will sweeps that one up. Tab trying to get it out again. They do another one. Easton blocks that one down. Easton sends it up looking for Hayes. Ethan's got it on a stick, and we have time expire. So as Ethan was charging hard, looking for an opportunity there, and Bulls will lose this one, score a 4-2. I hope you guys can join us here for our last game against the Atlanta Mad Hatters. It's 11:10 Eastern start time, 10:10 Central. We'll see you guys in a couple hours.